Hi there, and welcome to today's vlog. Now, first of all, let me tell you a funny story. What do you think that is? It's a bit like a small tablecloth, doesn't it? Well, when we went to Southwell or Southwell, depending on how you call it, last week, on the way to the Minster, the cathedral, we called in at the Baptist church because they were doing serving teas and coffees and light lunches. And we had a lovely time there. And I'll come back to that. When we got home and unloading the car, I took my coat out of the back of the car where I'd left it, and this dropped out of my coat. And I thought, what on earth is this? Then I realised that when we'd been sitting in the cafe area at the Baptist church, that's me and Sue and my sister Jenny and husband Dave, on the backs of the chairs were some chair covers, like this. And when I sat down, I put my coat on the back of the chair. So somehow I managed, when I picked my coat up to put it on, to take this with it. And not only that, but we then walked to the cathedral, looked around the cathedral, and then walked back to the car. So it wasn't until I got home and this dropped out of my coat that I realised that I'd pinched inadvertently the chair back cover. So I'll have to return that, but I thought that was quite humorous. I thought I'd share that with you. But what I really want to share briefly today is a story that came up in my Bible reading this morning. And one of my favourite characters from the Old Testament, not all that well known, is Jehoshaphat. I don't know about where the phrase jumping Jehoshaphat came from. He doesn't seem to do any jumping as far as I can read. But that's probably somebody else. Jehoshaphat was king of Judah, and the incident in the second book of Chronicles is that a vast army was coming to attack them, and they were heavily outnumbered. So what did he do? It says Jehoshaphat prayed. He went to God for help and ordered a nationwide fast. The country of Judah united in seeking God's help. They came from all the cities of Judah to pray to God. So the whole nation came and cried out to God in their time of great need. And it's this sentence particularly that I love from Jehoshaphat. He prays to God. He says, Lord, we're helpless in the face of this vast army coming against us. He says, we don't know what to do, but we're looking to you. We don't know what to do, but we're looking to you. And isn't that really so important in times of struggle, in stress, or even in the good times, to look to God, to keep looking to God? And it's interesting that Jehoshaphat appoints a group of singers and musicians, and he says, you've got to march ahead of us. So praise goes before the troops who are going to fight, or at least stand up against the enemy. Ultimately, God wins the victory because they trust in him, and they begin to sing as they march, give thanks to God, his love never ends. That's a wonderful expression of faith from Jehoshaphat, a reminder to us that we need to continually look to God in the tough times and in the good times. Keep our eyes focused on God. And then I want to share with you also, at the end of the passage on Jehoshaphat, it sums him up, and it says this: Jehoshaphat was famous as a sincere seeker after God. Jehoshaphat was famous as a sincere seeker after God. Wouldn't that be wonderful if we could be known in that way? If somebody said of me, Steve was a sincere seeker after God, is that our heart's desire, to seek to God, after God, to look to him, to give praise to him? And incidentally, I've got a new top here with that cross of nails, reminder that we're coming soon to the ultimate proof of God's love for us, a sacrifice of Jesus, all that he gave for us. So God bless you. Thank you so much for listening today.